Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, buongiorno.
How are we all?
How is? I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Very,
good.
very well, mate. So we've got a bit of a different setup tonight. As you can see, we've got this handsome devil below us.
66.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. It's Tony. Sorry. No. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing tonight, thank you everyone for tuning in. We've got a couple of people in the chat already. We've got Baz, we've got Claire,
David G.
Hello, everyone. So this is the third month we've been doing this, Nick. Is it 3 now? Is this the third month?
I think it's third.
This is the third month on the bounce now, where we are going to be going over I'm going to pick this up very, very carefully now because I don't want them to fall over. Our EscentualScents. So we're going to be doing the monthly blind sniffing, blind sampling, and we have one of our very special guests with us. We ran a giveaway this month, teaming up with Essential, and Tony was a winner. You were a winner. He was a winner. There were many winners, and we've offered people to come on the stream to sample with us, or sample at home along with us, or just sample in your own time. It's completely up to you. But we thought we'd get as many people involved as we can, and go from there. So how do you feel about this, Tony? How do you feel?
Well, smelling wood.
Smelling wood, yeah.
Brian's talking about the guests' woodies already.
If I hear any zips undo, I'm off. Right?
Mum's already undone. I'm prepared, mate.
Fantastic. No, thanks everyone. I'm looking forward to it. This is the first time I've done anything like this, and actually, I think it's going to be difficult. I really do.
It's really hard to try and figure out like what it is, and even harder still trying to pick out like individual notes, because there's just nothing. You've got nothing to go from. And one of the things, I don't know about Nick, but I think one of the things that I've found is that when you smell them initially, like a couple of minutes later, even on a test strip, they smell different. So you end up going back 2-3 times over to sniff them, which is always fun. But so these are, we've obviously been making the puns, we've been making the jokes. So these are going to be woody fragrances. So fragrances containing woods, if anyone would like to know what that means. You can make your jokes as you will, as everyone does. That's fine. So I'm expecting kind of like cedar, sandalwood, probably oud, those types of fragrances. So last month it was fruity, wasn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
And there was, I imagine this is probably going to be a lot different, even though the colours of these ones are quite colourful.
Yeah, very colourful. Some blues, purples.
Yeah. I think it's like an orangey kind of colour.
I think also the weird thing with our last ones is I think we lent quite a lot to some of the female marketed fragrances.
Yeah, I think even all like the majority of them were kind of like female marketed fragrances when they were revealed. And my favorite was there was a D&G, the one female version, which was absolutely lovely. But just a little bit of admin before we start. So we do this every month. Like we said, we've done it the last couple of months now. We are going to be sampling all 8 of these fragrances tonight. But Essential will be revealing them 4 at a time. So the first 4 are going to be revealed on the 13th of the 5th, which I believe is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, and then it's going to be on the 27th of the 5th, which is 2 weeks after. So we will endeavour to let you know what they are when they get revealed, but obviously we won't know what they are tonight, and we'll just let you know of our thoughts, whether or not we like them, and then we'll do the thing that we do all the time is rank our top 3. So are we ready? Do we have any thoughts, anything we want to say beforehand? Are we ready to get going?
Yeah, let's get going. Let's get into it.
Let's crack on.
All right. So we'll go for A.
A.
Spray
that wood.
And when we get to D, there's going to be a lot of jokes being flown around there, aren't there?
The big D.
Woody D.
Woody D.
Right,
let's go. Oh, God, I'm nervous. So, Nick, you were the first one to bang your nose on that, you eager beaver. What you getting from it?
Yeah, it feels like it's a female marketed fragrance straight off the bat, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
T-Dog?
I'm getting like a lot of. I'm getting a bit of a sort of polish smell. Bit of fruits and a bit of polish.
Yeah, to me, it just smells like that. Smells classic man to me, like a manly smell. That's just a woody, clean, fresh. I think Claire's put on here smells like Bleu de Chanel.
I would say Chanel.
Yeah, and men. That's a very man's aquatic kind of thing for me. Barry saying BDC parfum.
I don't pick up Bleu de Chanel at all.
But you've got the EDP, haven't you?
No, I've got the parfum.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Parfum. So, Tony, what are you getting from it?
I think it's. I think opposite to Nick in terms, I think it's quite a manly fragrance. I think it's got some fresh aquatic notes. I think it's got something a bit warmer in there, like cardamom. It's got ambroxan in there. It's got
for sure.
Yeah, you can pick that up.
Sure. It is really pleasant. It's got a slight warmth. I think it's something along the lines of Allure Homme Sport, Eau Extreme, something along those lines. When I very first smelt it, I thought it was something along the lines of Le Mal Le Parfum, I think, but it's not as warm as that. It's a bit more aquatic. So yeah, it's a good fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot, but it is quite generic. But I actually think that it's a men's designer fragrance.
You would walk into a pub and smell this from maybe 2 or 3 different people. Like Claire, I completely agree with what Claire says there. Shower gel type scent.
Yeah,
very clean. For me, it's very manly, very masculine, very what you would associate with a masculine fragrance. Initially, all I got was kind of like this was the woodiness, but the more it's developing, it's becoming a little bit more aquatic. Like you said, Tony, I think there is a little spice in there, but it's undeniable. That ambroxan is absolutely undeniable in there. That smells like possibly every 20 to 25-year-old at some point.
I got a totally different smell with this one. I got like a really sort of polish, like woody
like
polish smell from this.
Mr. Sheen.
I don't know why. Yeah, similar smell. I mean, I'm not getting any of the sort of Bleu de Chanel that everyone else is putting and what you guys are saying. It must just be my nose.
Would you wear it?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
I would. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I think
it smells nice.
Quite youthful.
Yeah. Makes me relive me youth. No, I like it. I really like that one. It's a good start.
I'm probably way out, but Allure Homme Sport is going to be my guess.
See, I'm not. I don't think it's Allure Homme Sport. I'm quite accustomed to. Yeah, to me, it smells quite Chanel-y though. I can see what you're saying. Like I think I would probably agree that it is some formulation of a BDC, Bleu de Chanel. Claire, Adidas Ice Dive, maybe. It's worth mentioning that all of these fragrances on here, or that are within here, can be purchased from the Essential website as well. So if you wanted to go looking for those types of fragrances to try and figure out which ones they are, you can always take a look on there. But that being said, it doesn't narrow it down because they've got quite a large catalogue of fragrances. So, let's try B, shall we?
B. For buzzer.
Or Big Wood.
Big Wooder. Right. That's very different.
I'm not keen on that opening.
It's quite sharp.
Yeah, very sharp.
This is more aquatic.
Yeah, that opening ain't great.
Salty.
Yeah, that opening isn't great.
Yeah.
This very, very synthetic.
It smells like burnt wood.
This smells like cool water.
Do you think?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not. I don't think it is it, but it smells a little bit like that. It's sort of a little tiny hint of green in there. It's more aquatic and salty, is what I get from it.
I think I'm getting like a floral.
Oh
like
yeah.
You remember the floral ones we did, Nick? You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Gardenia?
Oh yeah.
You know the one where I said it smelled like burnt rubber, burnt tire.
I'm getting a rubber vibe from this, and not a rubber woody.
God, there's innuendos flying everywhere tonight. So what have we got? So for the people that are trying with us at home, so Claire said dry, ambroxan. Baz says I get some spices and dryness. I don't get the ambroxan. I'm just getting this really burnt rubber type smell.
There's a cedar wood or something in there. I wouldn't say it's sandalwood. There is some woods in there, but it's. I think it's like there's a bit of freshness in there. There's something like not minty, but there's something like that in there. There's something that lifts it a little bit.
I think that sort of cedarish smell came up on the opening, but I feel like that sort of faded into sort of a weird rubber smell.
Weird wubber one. So Claire said it could be Gaiac wood. David G has said it's a poor man's Tom Ford. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I prefer. Let me smell A again.
I don't like that at all.
A's got a lot better on the dry down.
A's almost a little bit powdery. I bet that's better on skin actually. That one. But B to me is just very aquatic. That's what I get from it.
You get aquatic. I don't get aquatic. That's really strange. That's
really from it.
I just get burnt rubber.
Interesting.
I don't mind it. It's not horrendous, is it? It's just a little bit. It's just a bit. There's something a bit scratchy in there. Something a little bit annoying. But it's
the entirety of it for me.
But no,
A is nice. You know, once you smell B and then smell A, A is in a different league now.
Why it makes me think that it is. I'm going to keep saying it. I think it's Chanel because that dry down. That's what I think it is. We'll see. It'll be annoying. It's mad.
Right. Yeah, I am not a fan of B.
I mean, can I ask you guys?
Yeah.
Do these go? Are these marketed as unisex, male, female?
They are a combination of all. So they could be unisex, they could be male, could be female. So another one of the things I guess we should try and pick out. So I think for A, I'm thinking definitely male marketed. B, I would say that that's potentially female, but
would you want a female smelling like that?
No, but the only reason I say that is because it reminds me of that floral one, and that was a female marketed fragrance.
Yeah. I think they're both marketed towards men, both of those.
Whoever B's marketed to, I ain't having it.
I can imagine B being one of them sort of expensive ones where you're like, really? That much money?
So Claire thinks B is male designer. Saying different types of woods, different type of woods types, materials. So I think there's a combination of a lot of woods in that one. You don't want Tara asked Nick, you don't want your lady to smell like wood. Who knows?
Well, not this wood anyway.
Not that wood, no. Female woody is right. Okay. The joke's been pouring in. Okay. C, look at the colour of that one. That's great colour juice, that is, isn't it?
Looks like a bit of WKD.
I know I'm about to drink it, mate. love me some WKD. Right, let's get this one going. So the color of it makes me feel like it's going to be a fresh.
Oh. Is that tobacco? Is that tobacco I'm picking up?
Wow, that
glass of patchouli in the opening.
That smells super medicinal.
Okay, that's different to the other two. Completely different. A bit more
really, really up close, it smells like licorice.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from with that. I'm picking a sort of tobacco-y sort of. Yeah, Claire's put a bit of a smoky vibe.
There's something in there that's almost minty, though. There's something in there.
Yeah, there is a mintiness. Yeah, it's kind of mentholy.
Yeah, but there's almost some with the I'm guessing obviously there's going to be woods in all of these, but this is like a bit earthy. It's
Is that lavendery to you? Because it smells quite. To me, it smells quite traditional man's kind of like. To me, quite barbershoppy.
Yeah, I think it's aromatic. But I wouldn't say it's fougere. It's aromatic. It's a little bit spicy. There's definitely some herbs in there.
There is leatheriness to it, I think. Yeah. Definitely men's. Definitely men's.
I'm with Claire again.
I'm getting a bit of a sort of like a sort of tobacco pouch smell coming through. A little hint of it.
Whereas I'm getting
there's a greenness to a tobacco pouch, though, isn't there? There is quite a. I mean, I don't go around sniffing tobacco pouches, but
I think there's vetiver in here.
I think I agree. I think the more this is drying down, I do get a kind of like a medicinal, herby, kind of minty freshness to it. To me, there's leather in the background. Yeah, it's undeniably male.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost like unsmoked cigarettes. There you go, Nick.
Yeah. It gives me a little bit of vibes of just a touch, and I think that's where the tobacco's coming from. Is one of Barry's favourites from Collage. One of the tobacco ones.
I think there's the patchouli in there, and the earth and the earthiness and the vetiver. I think spices, woods, not necessarily sandalwood though. Maybe like a cedar again. But it's old sage. Probably it would say woody notes.
Yeah.
It's.
See, I think Claire said possibly a fougere. I'm quite on adamant about that. It smells old school fougere to me.
It's a little bit cologne-like, but without too many sentences.
Like this definitely feels like it would be something that you would get whacked on as an aftershave splash after a cutthroat razor.
Could be a florist. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
It's not my cup of tea.
No.
But it's not horrific.
Could be a sort of a Penhaligon style fragrance as well, like a cologne style.
I can imagine this smells.
The greenness is staying.
Yeah, the greenness does stay.
I can imagine this smells completely different on skin.
Yeah.
I'm going back to B. Hang on. B smells better after smelling C.
Yeah, it does.
B and A are easier than C. C's a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I think
C's not going to appeal to everyone at all. Like, to be fair, I don't think B's going to appeal to everyone, to be fair, but it's going to appeal to more people than C.
Although it's an embroxing bomb, that A, I think A is my favourite. But
for sure. Yeah, A I would wear. B, C I wouldn't.
I'm picking up that embroxing now. At the start, I couldn't pick that up at all. I think now it's dried down.
Ugh. Right, for me, they're getting worse. Right. Let's move to the jokey, the height of the pinnacle of the jokes on this one. Let's move to our woody fragrances. D.
The big D.
And for anyone that wants to see the colour of the juice, you can't quite see it. It's more of a sort of light violet, very, very
it's kind of like a pinkish
tinge in there. And I'm getting that from the sort of smell. It smells like violet. It smells like. This I think is marketed for. I think this is marketed towards females as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's very floral.
This is the most floral of them so far.
Absolutely.
Cinnamon, though, Claire. Just as I said,
There's some warm spices in there.
There is some spice in that. Claire thinks it's men's. I think this is female. I would agree with you, Tony.
It is rather spicy, isn't it? It reminds me a bit of.
This could be Helvetica, like that, though, as well.
Reminds me only slightly of Border Afrique by Rado.
It's, you know what? Now that it's developing, it's getting juicier. It's getting fruitier. There's a fruitiness coming through.
That's nice. That
I do like it now. The opening, I wasn't like the very, very initial opening. I wasn't great about. I wasn't raving about. But now,
none of them so far have been overly woody, though, have they? I don't think.
No, not really.
I feel
we've not found like an oud or anything, have we? So
I feel like I can pick up like a nut type of scent coming through on it. Only faintly, though.
Clean musk, rich tobacco.
See, all I'm getting really is floral. I'm not feeling any woods at all. I can't really pick out any woods at all. I'm still thinking that this is female marketed. I'm getting floral. I'm kind of picking up some element of fruitiness.
It's like ginger or cumin, or they're not necessarily. Claire's already said cinnamon.
Cinnamon. There is a spicy undertone to it. Absolutely, there is a spicy undertone, and it's not an aggressive one.
If you want an idea of what this is like a very, very toned down version of Clive Christian's Man X. And I said it was female oriented, but this is a little bit more floral than that. It's nice.
Yeah, because that's super spicy. That is super. It's super spicy, isn't it?
Nuts and woods.
Nuts and woods.
Nuts and woods.
I like that. I like it better than C and B. Oh, Baz gets a Coca-Cola vibe.
Okay. I think that's probably the spices. Coca-Cola's actually got a lot of different spices in cinnamon.
It's actually really quite faint, though, really, isn't it? Like, I'm having to hold it really close to my nose to get anything.
Yeah.
I think it's like a Penhaligon's fragrance. It's quite soft, but it's interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely spices are the main thing of this. That's what this revolves around, is like wintry spices. But it's not like resinous, or it's still quite light, like a cologne again.
Yeah. I don't know. I struggle to find that being designer.
I think that's more niche, personally.
I don't feel like that's simple enough for a designer.
Nice fragrance, that.
Yeah, that's all right. That one.
Nice. Not too bad. I quite like it.
That would work fantastically well to work with a suit and tie on 100%. I think.
Yeah, smart.
Looking smart. In the summer.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very clean. It's very elegant.
I think what's weird is I don't think we've had one yet out of all the ones we've done where we've gone, I know this one.
No.
Well, we had one close. Which was the floral. It was the iris, and it was Prada L'Homme. We said it was either Prada L'Homme or Dior Homme Intense, and it was Prada L'Homme. But that's the closest one we've got to. But that's because they are really quite obvious smelling fragrances, aren't they?
We'll kick ourselves with this one, I think. I think this is going to be quite obvious when this comes out. It's going to be. This can be one we all know very well.
But now I'm here now. I can't smell it. It's gone, really. I can't. I'm struggling to.
I'm still picking up a bit.
Maybe I didn't spray it enough, but I'm struggling to pick it up now.
I don't think
I have to be really close.
More juice needed.
Juicy now.
Spray some juice from the D. Right, let's go for E. Before we get too smutty.
We're flying through these.
We really are. We can go back to them anyway because they'll definitely change by the time we get back to them. But so far, my favourite is still A.
Is that cedar? Are you picking up cedar on this one?
This is this reminds me of straight away of Santal 33.
That's what I was just about to say. That pencil shavings.
You know what it is?
Yeah,
it smells like it could be a molecule.
Yeah, this is molecule centric.
This is I've got molecule O2.
I've got O2.
I'm tempted to go and get it.
It smells like Santal 33.
Yeah, I think Santal.
This is ambroxan. This smells just like straight ambroxan. It's gone.
Yeah.
See, Claire's put ISO E, but I don't think it is. I think so. Claire thinks it's molecule O1. I think it's molecule O2.
Yeah, I don't think it's molecule O1. I know that one.
There's a lot of people that be blind to this.
Yeah.
I think this reminds me a lot of the Tours Santal Lush.
Yeah.
And the reason it's definitely sandalwood, 100% sandalwood.
So it could be, rather than it being molecule O1, it could be eccentric O1.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, Tony, you sent me a few samples because I like that Cedra Atlas.
This is like Cedra Atlas.
Yeah.
So we're saying sandalwood, we're saying cedar.
I think
there's not much else going on, to be honest.
It's gone.
Like it's almost gone. Yeah.
I still smell it quite heavily, but it's not. There's nothing else there.
See, this is one of those ones where I really, really enjoy wearing Molecule O2 just by itself. And the reason that I like it is because I can't smell it on me when I try. It's literally just throughout the day, you just get nice little wafts of that just fresh ambroxan. And everyone says that fresh ambroxan smells like pencil shavings. And that's what this smells like to me. It smells just like Molecule O2.
I think it is that. Because the Santal Blush smells better than Molecule O2.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yes, because Molecule O2 is just ambroxan.
No, that's Molecule O1, isn't it? Molecule
No,
O2.
that's ISO E Super.
Okay.
Yeah, and Molecule O1 is, I can pick that one up. This one's the sharpness with that sort of pencil shaving smell.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's Molecule O2. It's just ambroxan.
Because O2 is similar to that Cedra Atlas and the Santal that you sent me, Tony.
I'm going to go Santal 33.
I think you think you're a good shout because there is a lot of people that when they spray Santal 33, they can't smell it.
That's what I think it is.
I'm going to go for the Molecule.
I'm going Molecule O2.
Just because of how it's faded and I can hardly smell anything. But it's going to be one of them wafty ones.
Yeah, I like it. But that's because I like Molecule O2. So
a little bit creamy. That's why Max picked sandalwood as well.
F.
Foxtrot.
Right. I'm super spraying now. I'm not. There's no chance I'm going to underspray. No sissy sprays around here.
I think I'm going to spray some of my favourites on my skin after and just see if it smells different.
Okay, right. This is rose. Rose.
You know what I'm picking up? Like the vision I'm getting with this is like a smooth petal of a
Turkish delight. I'm getting like a Turkish Bulgarian rose. I'm getting lots of rose. This reminds me of something like Bellina or Rose Prick or something like that. It's something it's quite creamy.
Pleasant.
This is niche as well. I wouldn't say this is a designer rose. It's not watery enough. It's got some depth to it. It's like a creamy rose.
It's very pleasant.
I mean, it's super
nice spices in there.
It's super rosy. Is all I'm getting. It's just very fresh, clean. It smells like a wet rose. It just smells like a really wet rose.
Yeah, to me, it smells like a really sort of pink rose, creamy pink rose, rather than sort of watery.
I don't get any woods from this at all.
No, it's not woody.
I'm just getting that rose That's the main thing I'm picking up from this one.
Fruity in there. Barry's right. There is something fruity. I'm not sure I pick up apricot, but I'm going to go with. Delina's already been in there, hasn't it?
It's definitely. It's not Delina. Delina's our top one, and I love it. And I'm not a fan of this. I don't like rose. I've never smelt rose prick. So
there might be a bit best from to you as well. I think possibly.
Like Delina was fizzy and
it was like a rhubarb and custard.
It was like effervescent. This is
marketed. Has anyone smelt the Galan rose?
No.
It's definitely, this is either female or unisex, but it's definitely not marketed at solely men.
Barry's put it's not rose prick.
Marketed towards females, I would say as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's nice. I like it.
It's pleasant.
You know what I like about it? I think it does lean feminine, but I think a gent that's confident enough to wear that type of thing would pull it off quite easily. It's quite a pleasant rose. It's quite nice. It doesn't smell like an old lady to me.
That's what I was just about to say. It's not overwhelmingly floral.
See, I can appreciate this, but I'm not a massive fan of rose at all. Like it's not something that just doesn't float my boat. But it's nice and clean. It's very pleasant. Like you say, from a rose perspective, it doesn't smell traditionally like old or anything like that. It actually smells quite clean, potentially not, I wouldn't say youthful, but not aged.
I like that.
Dan asks, what's wrong with old ladies, Tony?
Depends on how many he's had. Right. G. Let's go for G. So this is a nice orange. I don't know if you can see that. Like an orangey kind of colour. Might be able to pick it up better on your t-shirt, like in front of your t-shirts because they're white, but yeah, there you go. It's like an orangey kind of light colour.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Okay, I've smelt this. That is so familiar. This is
that like
a little bit like Clive Christian. This is quite spicy.
Wow. Do you think there's like an iris smell in this?
Yeah.
I can pick up like a...
That's Dior. That's Dior. It's Dior.
I think it's too... I don't think it's a Dior.
No, that's Dior. That's Dior.
I'm picking up the lipstick smell of the iris.
There's something deep in there. Claire said, ooh, but there's something in there that's I wouldn't associate with Dior. It's got something interesting. It's got lots of spice. This does smell more like Clive Christian Manex than the other one I mentioned. This is quite spicy. I like it.
I'm getting quite heavily that lipsticky iris.
It's got like it's something that's really tickling my nose in this.
What about one of the Valentinos?
What the Womo?
No, I don't.
Womo Intense.
I'd probably lean towards more Dior than Valentino, but
I think this is niche again.
Do you think? Yeah, I'm just getting that.
I'm getting the lipstick on it. I'm getting possibly like a powdery floral, but these iris, but from what you guys are saying as well. But I'm not getting that.
See, you got David G, lipstick iris, smells like Dior Homme but a little lighter. Claire is Dior Homme but with more of a bombastic note. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not Dior Homme Intense. That's one thing. That's for sure.
It's earthy. There's something earthy in there. There's something sort of a little bit dank, almost a little bit aged or boozy.
It feels kind of patchouli-esque coming through now.
Interesting fragrance. I can't see this as designer. I just cannot see it.
It's definitely not Luna Rossa Black.
Yeah, Diesel 1210 has come through with Luna Rossa Black, but it's not this. Luna Rossa Black's much more powdery than this.
Yeah.
So you know what's coming through now is that iris is kind of faded. That lipstickiness is faded. and it's coming through, like you said, Tony. There's kind of like a dankness to it, like a not dank, but maybe like damp, like a patchouli, not chocolatey.
No, not at all.
But kind of like wet, damp. Yeah.
A dank wood. It's like
yes, and that could be the wood. It could be the wood that's coming through.
This is quite uplifting. This is quite like
This is nice. This is nice. I'm quite.
I think as well.
I think it's not.
Have you tried because of the lipstick iris that keeps on coming through? Have you tried L'Homme Intense, Prada L'Homme Intense?
Yeah, I've got that.
Have you got it? Is it not this? I've not tried. That was why I was asking whether or not you've tried it, because
it's much sweeter than this. Much
right.
Sweeter,
Okay.
Much creamier almost as well. This is quite effervescent, I think. This is,
I quite like this.
it reminds me of the most.
It's not. I think it's not Dior Homme. The longer I smell it, the more I'm convinced that it's not. I think initially I thought yes, with the color of the juice, with how it smelled to start off with, I was saying it straight away. But now it's got iris. Dior Homme goes kind of like buttery, doesn't it? It goes really quite creamy, whereas this
isn't creamy.
No,
that iris isn't too like prominent. It's fading away.
I think the iris is quite prominent to start off with, but now you're getting a damp wood that's coming through now.
Claire said synthetic, and I agree with it. It's got something like ambrette in there. It's got something that sort of...
Yeah, it doesn't smell natural, does it?
It smells like the iris in... it does smell like the iris in Bukhara, but it doesn't smell anything like that.
I quite like it.
But there is something in there, that's
nice.
But I like it. I think that's really interesting compared to some of them.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to what that will be.
I feel like it's tricking my nose a little bit, because one minute I can smell one thing, then I go back to it, I can smell something different. This is definitely not one it's straightforward like some of them.
I know what this is. I think this is Cartier Declaration.
I was just about to say. I was just about to say that. You know why? Because I saw Claire put cumin, and that's just.
Yeah. Now I'm not getting it on a card. I need to get this on skin, because Cartier Declaration on skin, that cumin note really annoys me. So I'm going to spray this one on skin. Okay. I think this is Declaration from Cartier.
Interesting. Yeah, I've not smelled that one.
I've got it, and I'll be comparing like for like after, and I think it is.
Interesting. It's nice though. It's really nice.
Quite like it.
If it is Declaration, the cumin note isn't annoying me as much as I haven't sprayed it for a long time, but it used to really annoy me, because it used to go a bit curry-like on me.
It's definitely like it's unmistakably male marketed, this one.
Absolutely.
There you go. Claire's I put it on skin and cumin is amplified. There you go, Tony. Declaration by Cartier.
That's what I think it is.
I'm inclined to agree.
No.
But that being said, Declaration isn't that colour.
No, that's right. It is clear. Good point.
But Declaration Parfum is this colour.
Yeah, it could be one of the flankers.
Because they released the Parfum version of that as well. So it could be that. But yeah, because Declaration's clear, isn't it? It's definitely not that colour.
No, it's not. You're right. It does smell like that though, and that's what makes me think like Clive Christian Mannix with the spices and that's like the cumin note. I didn't get that to start with, especially on the card.
I think it could be a flanker to it, Tony. I think it could be. I'll say that it's the Parfum.
Okay.
I like that one.
And this one is kind of that's clear. It's kind of a purpley. I'm getting a purple. No, that's clear.
That's clear, yeah.
That's clear. Right. This is our last one, and then we'll go through them all again, give our overall assessments, and then what we'll do is we'll rank them our top 3.
Oh.
Nice. Amber. Lots of amber.
My gosh.
It's like an amberwood note.
That is nice. I like that.
Yeah.
is this reminds me a little bit of like a spice bomb flanker.
That's gorgeous.
Cardamom, tonka, amber, spices, ambroxan.
I'm getting the cardamom is what I'm getting more than anything right now. I'm getting
mint, definitely what Barry's put, mint, absolutely.
The cardamom smells like a. You know what this also kind of smells like? This has got the mintiness kind of reminds me of Eros a little bit.
Yeah. Orange, there's like an orangey note in there, I think, as well. Or an apple. I tell you, this could be a Hugo Boss or Hugo Boss flanker, like Boss Bottled Intense.
Boss Bottled Intense or something. But hang on, there's apple and there's mint in Eros, though, isn't there?
I've got Eros as well. It does smell a bit like Eros, but I'm going to say it's a Boss Bottled.
I'm trying to think what it reminds me of, and I'm trying to
look
for what the name is.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I'm getting that with Claire. This is the cheap version of Creed Sandalwood. So that's Santal. That's the original Santal. This all, but now it's developing. It smells like either it's not as Mont Blanc Individual. That's the one. It's not as loud as Dupe, but I'm getting the Individual now.
I'm getting that.
Very familiar.
Yeah, this reminds me of.
I think you've cracked that, Claire. I think you've cracked that because that's clear as well.
There's a fragrance that I've got from that Niche for All that's called Sea Mint.
Okay.
And it reminds me of that, and I think that's the clone of that is from the fragrance Dubois. What is it? London Oud, but I don't think it is that. But the mint reminds me of it.
I think it's got apple in.
I think it's raspberry.
It's nice, that is.
Smell that raspberry again. I'm now convinced that this is Individual.
And I'm convinced it's a Boss Bottled.
No, it's not Individual.
I'm convinced, mate.
Do you think? No.
Because I can, like, the more that I can smell it, I can smell raspberry. I can smell that raspberry note. I can smell that cleanness. I can smell that, like, sandalwood, that cheap kind of knockoff from original Santal.
It's too minty to be Individual. That Individual's more got that sweetness. This I'm just picking up big time mint.
What's the one that cloned Individual? What's the fragrance?
Original Santal.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Creed.
Yeah, Creed Aventus, yeah.
Well,
and then because it was Dupe originally, Dupe on, wasn't it? But that's definitely not this because that's like bright pink.
It's very, very synthetic, but I quite like it. It's Mal Designer, 100% Mal Designer.
I really like this. I really like this.
This is full on mint, honestly.
Smells more like Eros than it does Individual to me. And it's
initially I thought Eros. I thought Eros.
The Mal's a good shout. There is a floral in there, I think.
But I do agree that there is hints of the sort of Individual smell in the background, but I think the mint is a lot more prominent on that. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice. Whatever it is, it's really nice.
Actually, there's a Jean-Paul Gaultier one that's very sort of minty.
Le Mal?
No. It's one of the flankers. Can't remember which one it is. I don't know if it's the Popeye one or one of the ones after that, and that's got a mint.
I didn't like the Popeye one when I smelled it. I smelled it at yours, and I didn't quite like it. But this I can get on with.
I think it's something like Boss Bottle Tonic or something along those lines.
No, it's not. I've got tonic. It's not. It's not. It could. You know what, Tony? It could be a Boss Bottled. It could be a Boss Bottled. But I think it's sweeter than Boss Bottled.
It's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Baz. Longer it's going, the more fougere it's getting.
Nice.
Interesting. Right. What we'll quickly then do is we'll go back through A to H again quickly, see if we have given it or if we've changed our mind at all. And then what we're going to do is then rank them, not from first to last, but we'll just rank our top 3. So let's go back to A. Settle down a little bit now.
And Broxing Bomb, but it's
super blue.
I think it's a Lurham Sport.
It's super blue.
Or Extreme.
You know what? I'm picking up a bit of Hilfiger now. Bit of Tommy. Just on the dry down.
Tommy's got like a tomato leaf note in there though, hasn't it? This is too smooth for that. This is almost gone a little bit powdery,
Yeah.
but quite generic.
A is the most generic. I will absolutely agree.
But
it's possibly one of the reasons why I like it the most, because I'm a basic bitch. So, but yeah, I could see this being a Blue de Chanel easily. It's just like I find anyone I would struggle to. I think you would struggle to find anyone that doesn't really like it.
This could be like Donahue Icon or something along those lines as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just very nice, very mass appealing, very safe. Very safe. Right, B.
I'm picking up leather now on B rather than the rubber smell.
It's the same to me.
Yeah, it still smells aquatic and a bit salty to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting like a... Still getting like a cool water vibe from it. Cool water intense or something like that.
See, I'm just getting
a little bit of greenness in there.
Leathery, burnt rubberness. That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm just picking up the leather.
That's
leather
definitely
rubber.
not going to be in my top 3, put it that way.
No. C.
C.
Oh, don't like that.
That has dried down to something quite ghastly.
What do we say about C? It's lost some of its top notes.
I'm still picking up tobacco on C.
Patchouli.
It's really dry, really spicy.
Earthy. Smells before. This is so familiar. This is annoying. Why have you got me on doing this? This is annoying the hell out of me.
See, Baz thinks C's got better. I think it's got worse.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't mind it.
It's too dry for me. It's super dry. For me, it's super dry, super spicy. It's just... Yeah, it's just not something it's not my cup of tea at all. Not my cup of tea.
D.
Let's go back to the D.
Hmm.
So this is the one that we said was like a florally kind of one. I think Claire said potentially a flower bomb. I think she may have mentioned.
Spices, violet, woods.
Yeah, this one ain't in my top.
I quite like this.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not going in my top.
This to me, it smells like this to me is female. It's a female fragrance. I quite like it. I quite get like there's a floral aspect to it, but I feel like there's a juiciness to it. Like there's a fruitiness in it.
There's a sort of there's a sandalwood note to it, but it smells quite sort of scratchy. There's a little bit of like the Santal in here, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
I quite like it. I don't think that I would like it for myself, but I think that I would like to smell this on another person.
I'm understanding Barry's Coca-Cola vibe now.
Yeah, I quite like that. Like the D.
No,
no, not for me.
not today.
A wood juicy fruit dipped in cola is Barry's assessment of it.
I think that's maybe because it's got some ginger or some cinnamon in or something like that.
Yeah. Right.
Gives it that feel.
I like this one.
Santal 33. I knew you'd like this one, Nick.
Yeah.
Santal 33 or eccentric molecule O2.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can smell it more now. I think it is eccentric O2. I don't think it's molecule O2. I think it's eccentric O2.
It's the one I've got, and it smells a lot like it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's eccentric.
Yeah, because I've got molecule, and that is just ambroxan, but this is definitely more than that. This is
Creamy sandalwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. Absolutely. I really, really like this.
And I can
or Tony, you could be absolutely bob on with Santal 33 because they're all in that ballpark, aren't they? Yeah. Where they're really nice sandalwood, but a lot of people are anosmic to it.
I think though the Santal one smells better on the opening.
No, I disagree. I think it smells better now.
No. I mean the Santal smells better on the opening.
Oh right, so I thought you meant this.
Yeah,
this smells better now. It's dried down a little bit than it did in the opening. I really liked it in the opening, but I really, really like it now.
I may put that up there. I'll see.
All right. F.
Rose. More rose and rose.
Yeah.
This smells better now.
Yeah.
This smells better now.
There's a little bit of fizziness to it, like a smaldehyde or something there. It's gone a bit more fizzy now on the card.
Yeah, it has. This is quite nice now. I didn't like it to start off with. I was really quiet when you guys were talking about it because all I could smell was that rose, and I don't get on with it. But this is taking it a little bit differently. So there is a rose to it, but it's like a sweetness to it.
Definitely think it's
fruity rose. Yeah, I would agree. I like this.
I've not smelt too many rose fragrances, so this is quite pleasant smell.
Yeah, it's quite sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. Right.
Sweet rose.
G.
It's quite Christian X-Man or something like Declaration. It's got, as they've said, the cumin is bang on there now. I'm going to have to get this on skin because...
Mate, it is. That's all I can smell now is cumin.
I quite like it. Huh?
Hang on, I'm going to do the same. Tony, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put it on skin.
It's nice on skin. This is much nicer on skin. It's not. I don't think it is Declaration now because it's sweeter.
Is it?
Yeah, there's some more sweet. There's some sweetness in here.
No, I just get cumin now. Like that's. I agree with Claire. Like the cumin's really amplified.
Is the iris not as prominent then, Ant, for you?
I can't smell iris on it now.
Interesting.
I don't get iris at all from it.
Wow.
I did on the opening in the card on the blotter, sorry. But now all I can smell is cumin. It's all I can smell. It's really spicy, really spicy. It's like, you know, when you've got, it's like being in a shop full of spices and you're literally right there at the cumin, or you've got a jar of it, go and smell it, and it's exactly how it smells.
It's the dry. It's like the dry spice that you'd use on marinating the curry before, like the powders.
That's exactly what it is, mate. That's exactly what it is.
And I think that might be coriander in there. You know.
I think the assessment was right with Declaration, but I think it's Declaration Parfum.
What's the Dunsun one? Because Claire mentioned rose, and I think that's got rose in it. It could be that. Declaration Dunsun or something along those lines. It could be
savory dry curry.
Yeah,
that's what it smells like. That's Nick, put that on your hand and tell me it doesn't.
Right, okay.
It smells so different on skin.
It does. I think it's Dunsun, the Declaration flanker. I'm going to find it quickly.
That's weird how that totally changes on skin.
That's super spicy. Yeah. It smells Middle Eastern, almost.
Cartier. I'm definitely going to go Cartier.
It smells almost Middle Eastern.
Right, here we go.
Right.
Let me show you something.
Go on then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the parfum? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
What are the notes? What are the notes in that?
Bitter orange, cardamom, cumin, spices. Base notes of cedar, leather, vetiver, and amberwood.
It's that.
I think we've cracked it, have we?
I think that's. I think we've got one. We've got one. Have five. I'm in two minds whether I like it or not.
Declaration, and it's the eau de parfum. Look at the colour of the juice.
Yes, bang on, isn't it?
Yeah, same.
It's interesting, isn't it, how it smelled like iris on that strip and totally different on skin.
And
I'm in two minds whether or not I like it because I feel like I like the smell, but I don't know if I want to smell like it.
Should we see what the other one that the Gun Soir that Claire's mentioned that I said earlier? Because we've mentioned floral all the way through, and yet I'm not getting that on. I didn't get that. I didn't get the iris, and I didn't get it on skin. So, but there is like a powderiness to it, like there is a floral there. Let me get the colour of that juice. No, it's too violet. The Gun Soir is too violet looking. It's not clear, but it's not.
Mate, we've cracked that one. I'm almost certain we've cracked that one.
I feel like the spiciness is sort of faded pretty quick on this one.
See, I like the smell of it, but I don't want to smell of it.
Yeah.
I like the way that it smells, but I don't want to smell like that.
I think I preferred the iris smell that I originally smelled.
And I've got the EDT. I think that's a lot smoother, a lot more rounded than the EDT. If it is this, if you don't like the cumin note on that one, you really won't like it on the EDT because it's really scratchy on that. That's what.
That's what that smells like. I think we've got that one. Right. So H.
Pure mint, still going strong.
That's gorgeous.
Full on minty, that is.
I think apple and mint. That's what I think.
Yeah, but to me, it's
got ambroxan in there as well.
I am getting that original that Creed original Santelli vibe from it. I really am, which is the individual, the dupe bomb. But I'm also getting the mint.
This is so familiar with this fragrance.
Smells the same on skin. It's like that mint gives it that nice freshness.
I'm saying Eros. I've changed my mind now. I'm saying Eros. Because, like you said, Tony, you've got mint, you've got apple, you've got ambroxan.
I really like that one.
Musky as well.
I'm saying Eros for this one. That's definitely in my top three.
I think I've got my top three. I think I'm going to spray A on my other hand. We'll see what that goes like. That's definitely not a Chanel on skin.
What, A?
Well, the one I've got anyway.
I'll give it a bash. I'm gonna go to bed. Like bed's gonna stink tonight, right?
I get what you're saying, Tony, in terms of one of the Homs, but I don't think it's Hom Sport because I've had that one since I was like 5.
Yeah,
I don't know that smell.
Could be Eau Extreme.
It's not Eau Extreme.
No, definitely not.
Eau Extreme's sweeter. Eau Extreme's got like a tonkery kind of.
I think it's got tonka or cardamom in it.
What do you think?
That smells orangey to me.
I'm trying to work out what my favourite is. You know what? G is the most interesting. The Cartier Declaration one. That's the most interesting, but it's probably going to be the most divisive of them.
See, weirdly, A on skin smells different. It is soapy. It's clean. It's blue. It's ambroxan. It's very safe. But I like it.
Right, B's away. I'm not picking that. A, I like because that's me. I'm a basic as well. I'm going to pull G out of the hat and H out of the hat. So quite like the Santal one. And that's Nick's favourite.
No, I think I've
got mine. I've got my top 3.
Yeah, I've got my 3 now.
H,
Tony, have you got yours?
And G. Yeah.
So Tony, give me your top 3, 3-1. In third place.
Third place, I'm going to go with A.
A.
Oh,
Nice. You second place. In fact, Nick, third place.
Yeah. A. I've got the same A.
And in third place, I've also got A.
Oh.
So all 3 of us, A in third. Tony, second place.
It was close, but just because it was the most interesting, this was very close. And the cumin note isn't annoying me as much as cumin normally does. But I'm going to go with G.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Just because it's really interesting.
Oh, you know what? G, I've just smelt on my hand again. No, I'm not. I ain't messing with that.
You ain't having any of that.
I like it more on skim.
Right, Nick, what is your second?
E.
Your second is E.
Yeah.
My second is E.
The Santal one.
Yeah. I thought that might have swayed to the top, but I think something's took over.
Yeah. And Tony, your top 1.
Oh.
H. Nick, your top 1.
H.
And my top 1.
Oh, nice.
So, out of all 8 of them, we have 3 separate opinions here. A is third for all of us. H is first for all of us. And E is second for 2 of us. And G is second for 1 of us. So we almost have identical taste.
Close.
Nick, I think that's the second month running. No, that's the first time that we've got all. No, the first one we did. We chose the same ones. The next one we did, but we didn't. But this one, we've gone for the exact same ones again. So mine is A, E, and H. Nick, yours is A, E, and H. And Tony, yours is A, G, and H.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
And Barry's put a great shout in there about, and Claire, about it being the Galom
Ideal cool.
Nice.
Could well be.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what H is now.
So, out of all of these question, because David's just put in it, and he's put no particular order A, D, and H. But he says he won't be rushing out to buy any of them. Out of all of these, is there any that has really kind of said to you, yeah, that's something that as soon as I find out, I'm interested in having?
No,
not really. No,
me neither. Okay, cool. I thought it was just me. Cool. So I think like you said, Tony, the most interesting one is G because of the scent profile of it. Mm-hmm. On skin, I'm going to go scrub that off my hand immediately. But yeah, the rest of them is quite safe. They just feel quite like, especially the ones that we've chosen. H is, I think, is easily the best one. A is easily the safest one, and E is, I think, it's just appeals to my taste more than anything.
What do we think is the most expensive one?
The most expensive? That's a good question. What was the rose one? F?
F is the rose one, yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
I'm going to go with C.
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 Doesn't smell designer to me at all.
It smells
Yeah,
fucking horrible.
it's totally. Yeah, I fully agree. 100% niche for C.
Yeah, it's horrible.
If it's niche, it's horrible.
No, I'm not saying that if it's niche, it's horrible, but like there's some niche houses out there that create fragrances that are deliberately not nice.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I
can't imagine this being designer and it be a sort of mass appealing scent at all. But I agree with you there, Tony.
Barry, D. Baz thinks it's D because of the cola. D was close. D was close for me as top 3, but
D's gone quite soft for me on the card. It's nice. I quite liked it, Barry. There's not one I really hated as well, though. They're all quite close. I found that quite difficult to pick 3 out, and I think that's why hate jumped out the most at me because of the interesting notes. C jumped out as being quite interesting because it's not like those two to me don't feel like designer fragrances.
Yeah.
The rest of them, including possibly not the rose one as well, let's take that out, but definitely 5 of them a designer mass appealing fragrances to me. Apart from, again, the Santal one actually could well be Santal first, or it could be thingy, but it's a.
But yeah, I think that these are all on the whole. I think these are all kind of mainly kind of targeted towards male. I don't think there's much in way of kind of like female targeted fragrances here. But on the flip side, on the fruity ones that we had last month, the majority of those were female. So I suppose woody elements are probably more synonymous with male targeted fragrances. But yeah, that declaration, if that's what it is. Tony's gone through a bottle of vino.
I've been drinking quite a lot. Sorry, boys.
It's all right, mate. Fill your boots. Fill your boots.
It back. Yeah, it's getting really nice.
So you know what? I've just smelled G again. Do we remember what G was?
G dog.
G is the
one you sprayed on your hand.
That's the Cartier Declaration one. It's getting softer.
It's because it's on the card.
Yeah, the cumin will disappear eventually off that. I didn't get the cumin really on that.
Yeah, see, on the card, G smells actually quite nice, but on my hand, it smells horrible.
I get a lot more sweetness on the card, but I like that. I there's something in there. There's like almost like a. It's strange. I like it. That was my second favorite, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. D was my close 4th. D was my close 4th. So, given what choices we have made, we will have to wait. Huh?
Can I just say something? Sorry to interrupt.
No. Yeah.
Cheers to Sweetie as well, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claire, if you're still here, I know you said your goodbye. Yes, it's horrible. It's horrible. So, I forgot what I was going to say. That was what I was going to say. So, in order for us to kind of know which ones we like, we're going to have to wait until the end of the month, I'm afraid, boys. We'll find out on Thursday. And that's where we're revealing it on Thursday night, 8:00. So on Friday, what we'll do is we'll whack the first 4, reveal that, and we'll put that on our Instagram, just so you know. And then 2 weeks later, we will find out what G, E, and H are. It's a while to wait, but we are quite eager to do this kind of straight away, because when you get fragrances that are sat in a box for God knows how long, you want to smell them. So, thanks very much, Tony, for joining us. It's been fun, mate. It's been fun.
I appreciate it. It's really that's more difficult than it looks for people that are doing this that haven't got the bottles. I think Barry's got it at home. I think David's got it at home. I think Claire's got it at home. For people have got it. I mean, that to me is the first time I've had to do that blind.
Yeah.
And I found that really, really difficult. There was so many of them felt familiar, but none of them I could 100% say what they are. I'm pretty confident with G, especially with the colour of that juice.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think we've probably nailed G, and I think that I'm happy to say that we've probably got that. If we're wrong, fair play. But I think we've got it. I think we've got G.
Next month is new releases. We'll be doing next month's. So again, that will be a mixture of niche and designer of new releases. And
these boxes, they're not just for people to kind of do them that are kind of like reviewers or anyone. Anyone can buy them. So if you go onto the Essential website, you can purchase them. I think they're $19.99. I think they're 20 quid. And you, with that, you don't just get the boxes, but you get a QR code that I'll cover so people don't do it because I don't know. But you get a kind of like a detail card with a QR code, and it invites you to a Facebook group where people can you share your thoughts on what they are, and that's where the reveal happens upon the Facebook group as well. So you kind of get invited into kind of little like a gated community along with your purchase as well. So if this is something that you are interested in, check them out. I think from a fun perspective, it's well worth it. One of the things that I keep on saying I've said this every month, is a great way to train your nose to fragrances that you potentially, out of the 16 that we've tried so far, or the last 16, the majority of them I hadn't smelt. So it gets it introduces you to fragrances that you probably never would have even thought about smelling. It trains your nose a little bit as well. So yeah, it's well worth doing if it tickles your pickle. But again, thanks very much, Tony, for coming on. Check out Tony if you're watching this afterwards or you don't know who he is. Go check out his YouTube page, Predicted, and you'll see a lot more of his beautiful face.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, thanks for inviting me on, lads. I enjoyed that, and you know what? I think this is quite a nice thing for people if you said like a sniff along. If we could get a lot of people involved in this to do a sniff along with it, it's quite fun to do. I've done it when someone else has been live and got a fragrance, and it's quite nice, especially as none of us know what they are. It's quite nice for people, especially for that subscription, as you say, you're getting your nose on it, but you can sniff along to the lives, and I think it's quite a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a sort of interaction.
Yeah,
interactive.
When we did the Gallivant one, people were doing it with that, and it's quite a great way of doing it.
Yeah, scratch and sniff. It's a good way of interacting with you, because we've always said on our lives, when we kind of like get together and we talk, that it's really difficult to be able to kind of like describe what something smells like, because everyone's taste and everyone's sensations are so different. And this is just a really, really good and cost-effective, cost-friendly way of being able to try and get a lot of people to kind of go along with it. So yeah, totally agree. Brandon, I think it is UK only. Essential isn't it? It's UK. I think it's UK and Ireland. Might only be just UK only. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I think I agree with Barry. I'm going to try more of these on skin over the next couple of weeks and see if my mind changes. But yeah, Baz says it's essential.com. Check it out. See if it's see if they ship internationally. I'm not too sure if they do, but if they do, fill your boots.
Yeah, get on it. Also, we're looking to potentially do a series as well, which was in line with this, where we're going to get the likes of Tony and a few other fragrance reviewers on, where we will send some of the samples that we've got and do a sort of similar vibe with that as well, which is going to be up and coming, which will be interesting as well.
So stay tuned.
So
yeah, I think we'll call it a night there. It's 11:15 over here in Britain. So I'm going to go to bed. I think I'm just going to go to bed. I've got work tomorrow morning. So anything you want to say before we go, boys?
No, thank you guys for the invite. Appreciate it.
You are most welcome anytime. So we will say good night and have a lovely week. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.